Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the new cup, Love Cup, to see what we are going to be running. Let's see if we can make the Druddigon with the Skeledirge and the Turtonator work. Decent lead here, as the rollout user is not going to be able to be matched up against our fire type. We're going to fire off this Dragon Claw. The Dragon Claw is going to go through, dealing some neutral damage. They're going to fire off a move here. Enough for a big move, and we do end up just tanking it. Luckily, we are going to be able to reach another Dragon Claw. So this is going to get some good damage or the KO. Looks like they do have a Medicham in the back. Medicham, pretty tanky. We're going to have to just tank this move here. Okay, ends up being the Power-Up Punch, which is very initially weak move, and we do grab a shield eventually with this Dragon Pulse. Let's see if we can get to another move here. Okay, we have to shield if we want to get to this move. We decided to invest the shield because we could potentially get the Medicham pretty low, or both shields. There's the second shield, and now we're just going to go into the Skeledirge. Skeledirge, pretty good matchup against the Medicham and the Slowbro, and they decided GG's quit right there. Luckily, the Skeledirge was basically a core breaker for that backline, and with the shield up, it would have been really tough for them to come back. So it is like an ABB style team, but kind of a hybrid in the sense that we got the Druddigon and Skeledirge core, but the Turtonator is going to have the fire, but also the dragon. Here we're going to have interesting matchup here. We decided to shield the first one because they've done a good chunk of damage. We're going to fire off a move here just to see if they want to shield. Our opponent does elect to let it go. And now we see the Medicham come back in. We're just going to fire off any move. It doesn't matter that much, as we're going to get farmed down anyways. So we're going to go into the Skeledirge here and see if we can win this matchup here. They allow the additional Incinerate to sneak through. We do show the correct Psychic. And now we're just looking for a huge farm down. We do get that huge farm down, and we have two moves, and they decided GG's quit. Probably another fighter is my guess. Let us know, what do you think was in the back right there? I think Skeledirge is a pretty decent safe swap right now. Especially since if you can get that initial Incinerate. Okay, we got the Druddigon versus the Skeledirge. This Skeledirge is staying in, so we'll probably have to invest the shield as well, just to play this out a little bit better. There's the Disarming Voice. They decide to switch into their Miltank, and this is going to be a little bit problematic for our backline, as we don't want to really see rollout users with our backline. But after dealing some initial damage, we're going to go into the Skeledirge, trying to tank a move. Body Slam would be resisted, so they end up having to go for that big charge move. Okay, they are able to get to another move here. We decided to just let it go. Only is Body Slam. Looks like they are going to be able to get to another Body Slam. We're just going to let this go because we don't want to invest the last shield. Plus, opportunity to get a farm down with the Turtonator, but they are going to be able to reach another Body Slam. So pretty unfortunate right there. We couldn't just farm it down. And then our opponent here is going to be able to reach a move. We're going to have to just call the move. No, ends up being the Ice Punch. That's still significant damage. And now they have the Skeledirge come back in. Skeledirge is going to tank that really easily, and unfortunately our Druddigon just not healthy enough and not enough firepower to take down the opposing Medicham. Looks like the Medicham is going to be able to survive. And Turtonator not healthy enough to get that Incinerator to go off. So well played by our opponent. On to the next game. Alright, on to the next game. Let's see if we can continue the games. Let's see who we find. So we got the Druddigon versus the Medicham. Okay, this matchup here, it's gonna be all right considering they are doing a lot of mutual damage, but so are we. Since we don't really know what they have, we try to catch a move right there, because sometimes they're running Dynamic Punch. There it is. So if we had caught that move, that would have been nice, but we didn't get the chance to, and now we see the Licky onto our Skeledirge, unfortunately. This is going to be tricky because we don't want to see these rollout users against our fire types in the back. We're going to fire off this Disarming Voice. It does some good neutral damage, but not enough to where we could potentially farm it down. Yeah, they're going to be able to get to another move here, and in order to save all this energy, we're going to have to just shield. Ends up being Hyper Beam version. Very, very tricky right there. Cargo in the back is interesting. They are going to be able to tank a move, but can they tank a second move is the question. It looks like they elect not to and just elect to go to 100 energy. We finally get the shield, and then we're going to go into our Turtonator. Will the Turtonator be able to survive their moves here? First, they're going to go for the Rock Tomb, dealing a lot of damage. We know that they cannot bank 2 moves, so we're going to be able to get to another move here. And looking to reach a move before they take us out, and yes. Fortunately for us, we are going to be able to reach another Dragon Pulse for the KO. So that was good energy management at the end right there. Recognizing they couldn't get to the 2 Rock Tombs, and it allowed us to get that extra energy before we head into the Medicham matchup. Alright, next, let's see what we find. We're going to have the Druddigon versus Miltank. Once again, at least we're avoiding the rollout users in the back. We're going to stay in for now. So far, they've only really revealed Body Slam Miltank and Thunderbolt. Maybe at some point there will be more Ice Beam Miltanks, but right now we are just not going to shield this. There's the Body Slam. And we tried to catch another Body Slam, but our opponent was patient enough to avoid the inefficient energy. Oh, but they end up going for the Body Slam bait anyway, so that was heads up play by them. They surely had enough energy for a Thunderbolt. Okay, they end up shielding here, and now they're going to fire off a move against our Skeledirge. Can we survive it? No. Unfortunately, unable to survive that, and that's going to be a bit painful because that energy Skeledirge had could have been used. They go for the Flame Charge bait, and unfortunately, our Druddigon could not survive that last Incinerate so that we can get off that move. And now we have a boosted Fly come in, and then this Scraggy here is just too healthy for us to come back. We're just going to go for the Overheat Hail Mary. Nope. All right. Down goes our team, and unfortunately unable to close the game correctly. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed it.